C5 quadriplegic. I'm going to give you a brief history of how I got here and the things that I'm involved in now. When I grew up, I was just a regular girl. I started cheerleading when I was in 2nd grade. I was a cheerleader up until junior in high school, so I was always very active and involved in my community. Around junior year, about 16, I started really learning and appreciating music a lot. I started traveling and following bands. I would see Widespread Panic. I've always been a really big music fan. I would also go on lots of vacations with my family. And before I got hurt, I went to Curacao. It's an island located next to Bonaire, and Aruba. We went on a resort dive there. That was my first dive. We did about a 30-minute resort course. And I then went on to college. I went to Kennesaw State University here in Marietta, and I was a junior in college. I was working at Sandy Springs Toyota as a receptionist. And I was on my way home one day from a friend's house. I just got a bathing suit in from Victoria's Secret. I was all excited. It was the first really pretty day of spring. It was March 25th, 2005. And I came home. I got my bathing suit on. I was all excited, ready to go out tanning. The sun wasn't in the yard that day, and it wasn't my back porch. So I got on the phone with my best friend, grabbed a towel and a little pillow, decided to lay in the driveway and get a suntan. My dad was on his way home. We were going to have lunch together. I failed to tell him that I was laying in the driveway trying to get a suntan. He was on his way home, and when he pulled up the driveway, he did not see me, accidentally hit me right where he put a front license plate on the car, hit my head, crushed my head all the way forward, and broke my neck at the C4, C5 level. Now I operate and get around a little bit differently. I use the elevator instead of the stairs. But the main issue is, and the main thing that I'm really grateful for, is that's really the only difference in my life. I was looking through a photo album of before when I got hurt, and normally someone would say that you might get a little upset or a little depressed about that. But my main issue, and I was so happy that I lived my life, everything, the same way I did before. I started a therapy program at the Shepherd Center, and I also go to a place in Fayetteville called Center IMT. And so I'm still very active and involved in getting my body back. I still go to concerts. I have a fun-filled summer plan to go to Las Vegas, to go to Orlando, Florida to see Widespread Panic again. And I'm also, plan to travel up again to Bonaire to go scuba diving. So I'm just really thankful that I view my life the same way as I did before. I am very active in the community, and this injury has brought lots and lots of opportunities to me. I am also the founder of the Dreams of Recovery organization, and this all started, what this does is it pays for individuals with spinal cord and or brain injuries to receive therapy that isn't covered by insurance. Insurance covers some therapy, but it's really just learning to adapt to your wheelchair. Whereas the therapy that I'm looking to pay for is therapy that is really significant towards strength and training and really getting your body back, not only just focusing on how to deal with your life in a wheelchair. When I first got hurt, I drove my wheelchair with a straw for 2.5 years, where you operate it by your breathing mechanisms of blowing and sucking on the straw. And now I've gotten able to operate my wheelchair with my hand control, and my right arm did not move for 3 years, and now I'm being able to move that a lot better. So I'm really showing improvements. It is very slow, and everybody has to remember it is very slow, but it is promising. And that's why I started this foundation, because the expense of only being in a wheelchair is really, really great. And this therapy can exceed $40,000 a year, which is very, very beneficial. So hopefully that throughout my foundation, I can touch lots of people's lives and give them hope and reality. Not only does the therapy improve your quality of life, it improves your lifelong expectancy. I had a friend call me yesterday who I've been friends with for 4 years, and he said, "Cindy, I'm ready for a bike to get my," and I said, "Why all of a sudden are you ready for the bike?" And he said, "Cindy, I need it for my heart." And that really super, super touched me, because I've been trying to get him to do therapy for years, and for him to come out and just say, "I need it for my heart," really, really touched me. And throughout this foundation, that one comment from him really made me realize that what I'm doing is actually making an effect on people's lives. Throughout this, now I picked back up my scuba diving, and I was at Shepherd Center doing aquatic therapy, and they wanted to immerse my body into the water so we could work out my arms. They put a snorkel on my mouth, and I got underwater, and the minute I felt that breathing, you could get a really deep breath. Since I'm such a high level at the C4, my lung capacity was affected very much. So being able to get underwater and breathe like that was like an eye-opening experience for me. So the first thing I said when I got up from under the water was, "When can I go scuba diving, and how can I do it?" At Shepherd Center, they do a Discover Scuba Dive the first Wednesday of every month. So I jumped on that and decided to try. It took me about 6 weeks. Shepherd Center takes divers on a trip every year. We go to Bon Air, and it's very accessible there, and they're very used to people in wheelchairs. So I decided to go on that. And the reason I love scuba diving is because also, the breathing, it really, you get deep breaths, the freedom of being underwater, and the ability to move your arms and just really swim around. And, well, I'm actually kind of drug around, but I, try and use my arms as much as I can to swim. The excitement of not knowing what you're going to see, the excitement of not knowing what's going to happen. Here at the aquarium that I've been diving, it's so exciting because there's so many different species here that you wouldn't get the opportunity to dive with all these different animals and all the different types here. So I love that. Last time I went, there wasn't as many sharks. My one major thing is that I really want to do a shark dive and watch a shark feeding. So last time I came, it was just the whale shark, the hammerhead, the leopard shark. I was all up there raving, I want to do a shark dive, I'm ready to go. And I got down under there, and then you really see those teeth and you see those eyes. The thing also of diving in a wheelchair, if you're interested in anything, I'm sure the Georgia Aquarium dive team can help you out. And if you'd like to talk to me, I can get you set up for some scuba diving lessons. But the main thing about being in a wheelchair is you have to realize that you're responsible for your life, and you have to know to check your tank, to check your air capacity, and really be involved in your own diving process. The first year I went, I was kind of like, sweet, you guys just throw this stuff on me and I'm going under. All I got to do is breathe. You're going to pull me around. This is great. And then I realized, okay, wait a minute. Maybe I need to be a little proactive. And it's really important also about taking care of your equipment. I could rave about scuba diving forever. I really, really enjoy it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day here at the aquarium. And definitely check it out. If you are interested in diving, I would love to talk to you about it. If you are interested in my foundation, I would love to tell you more about that. And I really want to thank everybody for the opportunity to come out here and speak today.